Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 10, and this is going to be my review of the episode. This was a really good episode, a really terrific Daniel episode. He's been a character who I've been wanting more of. There's been a couple of characters that I do wish, that's one of my complaints of this season, is that I wish they focused more on certain characters, and Daniel is one of those characters, and today, or this episode, we got a terrific Daniel episode. So we're going to be talking about the episode, so I want to give a general spoiler warning in case you are not caught up. And then also, if you are a fan of the show, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more Walking Dead content like this. But yeah, let's get into the video. So I really like the way this episode was constructed. It was almost like a murder mystery. The way it opened up with Daniel explaining things, and it was really throughout the episode. It wasn't like him explaining things, because sometimes when a character just explain things, it might not be that good. But I like the way they actually made this. Again, it seemed like a murder mystery, and it was essentially. Not a murder mystery, but like a mystery. But it just felt like one of those murder mystery films. And I was really into it. I was wondering who stole the weapons. So I just really like the way they made this episode. It's like a type of episode that can almost like stand on its own, which is also why I really appreciate it. That mystery aspect I thought added a lot to it. It was something fresh that we haven't really seen on the show before. So that's why I really liked it. And it was a pretty big question about who stole those weapons, because those were a lot of weapons inside of that room. And I was really wondering, like, who did this? And I don't think it could have been one person who did all of that, which is why I think there might be something more to than just Daniel doing it and forgetting about it, which is what they said in the end of the video, or at the end of the episode. And I'll talk more about that when we get there. But those were a lot of weapons, so I feel like there is way more to that than we know after watching the episode. And also, when Daniel let some of the walkers in to find out who took the weapons, that was really smart. And again, it was almost like a detective type thing, right? Like, he did something like that to figure out who stole the weapons. That's what I mean. Like, it just gave me this this mystery film vibe, which was something really cool. I am also glad we had some walkers in this episode. Walkers have been something that's sort of been missing on Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not complaining too much, because I really did enjoy that Virginia arc for sure. But this is The Walking Dead. The walkers should be part of the show. So I'm glad they haven't totally forgot about that. And before getting on to the next group, that mystery group that's coming up, I'm glad that we had like a walker episode. Even though again there wasn't that many walkers, it was more of like that. It was still a very character based episode. But compared to like the episode before, I think there was like one walker in that episode. So it definitely, it was good to see the characters fighting walkers and stuff like that. I also enjoyed the callbacks and references we were getting, and just like in terms of just the story itself, how it was sort of relating to those early seasons of Fear the Walking Dead. Before all the new characters came on the show, like we went back and talked about Daniel and Strand's history. There's mentions of Ophelia, so stuff like that. I also did like those callbacks. And then we had that twist, which was kind of shocking and also very sad to see. I felt very bad for Daniel. Ruben Blades gave a terrific performance. When he was tearing up, remembering his past. And talking about how he was forgetting things in the past and stuff like that. Yeah, I felt really bad for Daniel. Again, great stuff by Ruben Blades. And then also Strand, also when he was in the cell, just that dynamic of those two characters are so great. Seeing them on screen together, and a lot of that has to do with the performances also from Ruben Blades and Coleman Domingo. They're both great. But then we had Daniel in the Strand. Excuse me. We had Daniel in the cell, explaining what was going on, and June was trying to figure out as well. And I did like at the end there that Strand told Daniel to come back to Lawton with him, and like they'll take care of him. That was a very heartwarming scene, and I like that. And again, I feel very bad for Daniel. But I still feel like there's something more there than just him forgetting what happened. I feel like there is still somebody in this community that cannot be trusted, What do you guys think about that? You guys let me know in the comments down below, because those were still a lot of weapons. And people were acting suspicious in the episode. Like, why were people getting so defensive? And I understand, people want their privacy, but why were people getting so defensive when Daniel was like suggesting that we should look through people's tents and stuff of that, like that? Again, I understand people want their privacy, it's their tents, but there were some people who were getting very defensive about it. In a situation like that, with that many weapons missing, I think it kind of makes sense to do a search. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. But I still feel like there's somebody in this group or in this community that can be trusted. Maybe a number of people who can be trusted, because remember, before June killed Virginia, the group was essentially, or the groups were going to split up. Not everybody was going to come live where Morgan is living. The people with the masks, they were going to go their own separate ways. I think Strand was also going to go his own separate way. And I mean, he's going to Lawton anyways, but essentially the groups were splitting up because people didn't want to live with Virginia. So not everybody is like friends, right? Just last episode, they were going to say goodbye to each other. So, the stakes are definitely high. I'm wondering, who might be a traitor, if there even is a traitor. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. But I don't think Daniel, I think maybe he was involved. Maybe part of it is true that he forgot, but I just don't think it was him who did everything by himself, if that makes sense. So overall, pretty good episode. Really, really great Daniel episode. It was great seeing him in the forefront of the episode. He's a character that I really do enjoy, who we haven't had too much of lately. So it was great seeing that. But I'm definitely interested in hearing your thoughts and opinions about the episode and what I was mentioning towards the end there. What do you think about that whole reveal at the end? Do you think it was Daniel, or do you think there's still a traitor in the community? You guys let me know what you think. As far as this review goes, though, I am going to wrap it up there, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. Stay tuned for my episode 11 trailer breakdown, and for more Walking Dead videos, just be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you guys soon.